comparable to what happened the first time these two teams met. Blockbusters fell down by as many as 19 early in the fourth. They were down 68-49 after Vincent put one home. But then Garden City started to crawl back, and it started with Dimitri McGee, the and one.
Instead, it's Colby ball against the trap, and they throw it away. Ross intercepts, finds McGee, count it, and one, right block. McGee's got 9, 5 quick Blockbuster points from down 19 to back to within 14 with 7:33 to go.
68-55, they actually cut it down to 9. 68-59, 10-0 run with 7 minutes to go. But Antoine Scales calls a timeout. His team responds with the next 6 points, which included a basket by Nairobi Pillars on a give and go.
Pillars, Ruiz, and Brickhouse up front. Chest pass left wing, Mapang dumps it for Pillars, deflected and saved by Ruiz at the nail. Dumps it right back for Pillars on the give and go, and Pillars right block puts it in. Colby by 13.
72-59, Blockbusters had no chance at that point, and Colby wins it 81-64. Final game numbers brought to you by Burtis Motors. Blockbusters shot 34%, 21 of 61, 6 of 21 on threes, 16 of 27 from the free throw line. Garden City has now shot under 40%, 18 times this year. Scoop Harding's team had just 8 assists on their 21 made baskets. Meantime, it was Dimitri McGee led the way, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 14 for Ariana Hall and 4 boards. Deja Ross had 11. Dejane Pajal with 10 points and 7 rebounds. And Alyssa Boyce had 9. Colby shot 53%, 31 of 59. They were 4 of 9 on threes. 15 of 17 at the free throw line. They out-rebounded Garden City by 18. But the story came in the second half, where Colby out-rebounded Garden City 24-7. I'm not going to say that was the difference. Blockbusters also helped them out by missing 11 free throws. Colby had 15 assists on their 31 made baskets. Nairobi Pillars was the catalyst for Colby. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist. She was 9 of 10. Ariana Afoa, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. Vincent had 14 points and also added 9 rebounds. So just shy of a double-double. Then Alize Ruiz, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. Avalos had 6, 5 for Kiara Knight, 4 apiece from Mapang and Grayson. As Colby wins this one going away, 81-64. They have now won their 18 games by an average of 18 points. Coming into tonight, they had 6 wins by 20 or more. They were up by as many as 19. They win it by 17. Take a break. Check your out-of-town scoreboard when we come back. It's also sophomore night for the men. All on the way on 99.9 The Rock. Back courtside here at Conestoga Arena. Also Nick Salazar, Mike Philosoph. Game 1 goes to the Colby women 81-64. Game 2 about to get underway. Sophomore night before we get things started here tonight. And with that, chance to check the out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Presented by Timeout Sports Bar. So Brockbusters lose 81-64. Other women's finals, Barton loses at home against Hutch 86-67. It was Pratt holding Dodge City to 24 points. 6 in the first, 7 in the second, 5 in the third, and 6 in the fourth. It's a Dodge City team that beat Hutch a couple games back. 54-24 Pratt win. Cloud Falls in Chanute against Neosho 79-65. Butler 81, Cowley 65 final. And then 81-64 Colby beats Garden City. Take a timeout, come back, get you set for game 2. It's sophomore night here at Conestoga Arena. It's the Brockbusters and the 16th ranked Trojans next on 99.9 The Rock. Alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Philosoph, courtside here at Conestoga Arena. Game 2 between the Brockbuster men and Colby. And while they honor the sophomores, the 4 sophomores for the Brockbusters, looking at these two teams, you want to talk about opposite paths. So here's the story with Colby. Rusty Graffel, who's been the coach since 2012, says, you know what, I want to be a graduate assistant. So he leaves Colby, goes under Chris Beard's staff at Texas Tech.
That's a heck of an opportunity.
Making mac and cheese for his income, but he's learning under arguably one of the better coaches right now in college basketball. So he's out.
And he's getting a master's degree.
Yes, he is, and they're paying for it.
Right.
And then in comes Rusty Elmore, who spent the last 2 years at Moberly area, was 54-12 in his 2 years there. They qualified for the NJCAA tournament last year.
Man, what's he doing at Colby?
Well, they're 24-4. They're ranked 16th in the country. And they are the real deal. 37th in the nation in scoring, and then defense only second to Seward in the Jayhawk Conference.
I was going to say, when you run the numbers, they have an efficiency rating of plus 25. That is, again, if they play 100 possessions on offense and 100 possessions on defense, they're typically going to win a game by 25 points. On the contrary, Garden City right now is a -1, which means, as I've used over and over as a metric, if we played 100 possessions and Colby does everything that they've normally done and Garden City does what they've normally done, Garden City has to find a way to bridge the gap, the difference, which tonight is 26 points. So to say that it's an arduous task is an understatement. With that being said, this is why you play the game, right?
Well, you're at home. You've got 2 games remaining. And you see what happens is the Brockbusters right now, as of today, are the second to final team out of the West to qualify for the postseason. Let's get into today's starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Colby, they are 24-4, 9-3 in the Jayhawk West. And they have been so good. They are currently in first place in the West. They are ranked 16th in the country. So they start Jamarcus Sharp, 6'4" sophomore from Charleston, Missouri, 16 points, 5 rebounds, shooting 45%. Javion May, a 6'2" sophomore from Chicago, 11 points and 6 rebounds. Alexander Fencini, 6' sophomore from France, 12 points and 2.3 rebounds. Eddie Davis, who was the freshman of the year last year, 6'7" sophomore from Port St. Lucie, Florida, 18 points and 7 rebounds. And then Matt McFarland, 6'10" freshman from Philadelphia, 12 points, 6.4 rebounds. Rusty Elmore has been fantastic in his first year with Colby. They come into tonight winners of 9 straight games. They have not lost a game since January 20th. Garden City is 9-19, 3-16 in conference play. They start trailing Spencer, 6'8" sophomore from Fort Worth, Texas, 13 points and 6 rebounds. Talik Chavez, 6'2" freshman from Arlington, 21 points, 6 boards. Deshaun Woods, a 6'8" sophomore from Frisco, Texas, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Steven Samuel, 6'7" sophomore from Richardson, Texas, 4 points and 2 rebounds. And then Michael Frazier rounds it out. 6'10" freshman from Salt Lake City, Patrick Nee, in his second season. So before we get to the tip, let's get to the keys for tonight.
Well, as I mentioned, you have to make up 26 points somewhere. It's really difficult for me to look at the stats and try to figure out where that's going to be. But here's what we know. Garden City, first of all, Talik Chavez has to be a threat offensively, and so does Mike Frazier. Mike has to be a force on the block. Garden City has to run their stuff. They can't get too loosey-goosey, fast and furious. They just have to execute and take it possession by possession and just shorten the game as much as they can and just kind of see where you're at going into the fourth quarter.
I know this is going to sound like a knock on the rest of the team. Let's call it what it is. It was 1-on-5 in points in the second half against Dodge City the other day, and Talik Chavez delivered a scintillating 34-point second half, which earned him the Jayhawk Conference Player of the Week. He's already closing in on the single-season scoring record. Colby in the road blues, Garden City in the home whites. Rockbusters have won 22 of the last 34, but they got blown out back on January 29th, 101-76. And when's the last time Colby was ranked this high? Well, more than 15 years ago, as the Trojans control the opening tip. And they are moving from right to left, and they start things off with DeMarcus Sharp, who might be the best point guard in the country.
Garden City opens in a 2-3 zone.
Not surprising to see, as Patrick Nee said he's going to throw the kitchen sink, and why not? Sharp left corner, Spencer comes out to play him. Up top, Fancini pushes on the far side of the floor to McFarland. Straight away, Sharp, back for Fancini. Deep left wing 3. That's in and out. Mikey Frazier, the Garden City rebound. Colby, for all their superlatives, they're not a good three-point shooting team, and they haven't needed to be.
I was just going to say, that certainly looks to be where you're going to have to try and find a way to close the gap, as Colby doesn't shoot the 3 well, and so one zone gives you an opportunity, right? 31% is not very good.
Jalen Spencer drops in a righty hook for Garden City. Brockbusters up 2-0. So let's see how long they stay in this zone. Colby's second possession down 2-0. McFarland, turnaround left elbow off the heel, and Deshaun Woods flying in right in line for the Garden City rebound.
Couldn't ask for a better start, right? You get a sandwich, but not only did you get a sandwich, you got a post entry and put back at the rim for Garden City. Now you got a layup.
Chavez off balance on the assist from Frazier, right corner to left block. And the Brockbusters 2 for 2, and they're up 4-0. 18:38 to go first half. Colby ball right to left. Mays got it along the left sideline of Fancini. Defended there by Samuels. Goes underneath the pick from McFarland. Fancini swings it. Left side angle for Sharp. Up top, Fancini. Now for May. Hesitation around Woods. To the basket and lays it in. Right around Frazier. First field goal for Colby, and it's 4-2 Garden City.
The only problem with the 2-3 zone, if Mike is in there, and that is if they were able to spread us out, that's going to leave Mike with a lot of one-on-ones with anything that gets to the high post inside the paint. That could be problematic because, as we know, he has a hard time rotating and moving. Even though he protects the rim well with his size, he doesn't move well.
Chavez went behind his back. That is excellent on-the-ball defense by Javion May. Did not fall for the nifty dribbling from Chavez, and the Blockbusters turn it over. It's Colby ball down 4-2. 2 minutes gone by here in the first half. Sharp pitches for Fancini, left corner. Back for Sharp, left side angle. He's averaging nearly 6 assists per game. Overhead pass Fancini, good closeout by Spencer. Wraparound pass to Sharp in the lane over Mikey Frazier and floats it in. Sharp, who has 2 triple-doubles this year, ties the game at 4.
Middle of that zone is going to have to be more active if we're going to stick with it through the duration, because so far they've gotten 2 looks inside the zone.
Pick and pop, Chavez and Frazier. Frazier missing an angle left 3. Offensive rebound, Samuels, and he's fouled going up along the right end line. Hit on the side of the head by Fancini. Fancini picked up a technical foul early in the first meeting and then never saw the floor again. 17-11 left here in the first half, and the job Coach Elmore has done, not that Rusty Graffel didn't kind of set the table.
They were always competitive when Rusty was their coach.
But this year, Colby has gone, they're off to their best start in program history. Samuel's free throw is good. He's shooting it at 57%. Garden City has a 5-4 lead. And he's taken what Rusty Graffel built and really accentuated that and then some.
Well, he doesn't seem like he's a guy who loses very often, so this is just par for the course for that guy.
Second free throw in and out. McFarland the rebound for Colby. 5-4, Blockbusters by 1. 17:04 remaining here in the first half. Again, that 2-3 zone. Eddie Davis, the reigning freshman of the year, has it. Finds Sharp, left elbow runner is short. Loose ball taken by Traylon Spencer for Garden City, and then a Colby foul. Sharp picks up his first. Colby has opened up 2 of 5. 3 minutes gone by first half. 5-4 Garden City. They opened up a 4-0 lead to start. As Dominique Harvey, who's averaging nearly a double-double off the bench at 11 points and 8 rebounds. Checked in.
Let me ask you this, though, Mike. We had 2 possessions. We went inside both times. The last 2 possessions?
Outside.
Outside.
Chavez across the 10-second line around a staggered pick. Pick and pop with Frazier. Entry feed low left for Spencer and a foul. Mikey Frazier has played well the last couple of games. Him being a defensive liability, that's not going to change. He has gotten better on his rotations. He missed a ton of shots the other day. He was 6 of 20. Foul picked up by Harvey, his first. Here's Frazier low right, and he travels, and a Blockbuster turnover, their second.
There was an example of what we talked about in the women's game where they, he was posting up and they just sort of pulled the chair out from under him. Travels, because post players are so used. A lot of times they're not playing with balance, right? They're just so used to leaning on somebody. That's going to be problematic.
Alley-oop, Fancini to Harvey, coming flying in left end line, and he flushes it home with 2 hands, and Colby has the lead.
So it doesn't feel like Colby is at all concerned. I would imagine with their 3-point percentage, they've seen a fair share of zone this year.
6-5.
Looks like they're getting quite comfortable against it already.
Colby by 1. Spencer, though, answers with a righty hook. Right mid-post for Garden City. Blockbusters lead it 7-6 with 16 minutes to go first half.
Furiously jotting notes down over there. I want you to keep track of how many times we throw it inside and how many times we score when we throw it.
Well, you've got the computer. Left wing Fancini for Colby. Blockbusters in a 2-3. Fancini 3, wide right. Woods, his second rebound for Garden City. It looks like Fancini might be coming out of the game.
He looks quite annoyed.
Meantime, Chavez has his pocket picked by May. Ahead for Harvey with a tomahawk jam off the third Blockbuster turnover. Harvey's been in for 60 seconds and has 2 dunks, and it's 8-7 Colby.
Tomahawk threw it down, huh?
15:22 to go here in the first half.
Authority.
Harvey, 2 dunks in the last 60 seconds. Blockbusters have it, down by 1. They led early by 4. Chavez straight away between the rings. Goes left to the wing, fires a 3, pinballs out. Spencer, the offensive rebound, is shot partially blocked inside and then cradled off to Eddie Davis for Colby. Blockbusters 3 of their first 5. Trojans in transition. Count the bucket for Harvey and 1. It's a point a minute for this guy.
No question.
Harvey off the bench has played a little over a minute, probably more than a point per minute. About 90 seconds. He's got 6 points, and Colby has a 3-point lead. Harvey, meantime, has the last 6 for Colby. Foul on Frazier, his first, Garden City's first team foul.
And that's a characteristic of really good teams, Mike, just the depth, right? I mean, you said, well, they don't play a lot of players, but who they do play, there's production out of all of them.
11-7, free throw good. Harvey with the and one. Has the last 7 points for Colby. Rockbusters with it, down 4. Frazier down the middle on a straight line drive to the rim. And he's fouled with a right-handed finger roll attempt. That might be on Eddie Davis. So there's an interesting, not parallel, but a line to draw between Davis and Chavez. Davis was the freshman of the year last year in the Jayhawk Conference. Malik Chavez has a very good chance of being the freshman of the year this year. Leads the conference in scoring at 21 a game. He's the best three-point shooter in the conference. And he's already set the single-season mark for Garden City in three-pointers made coming into tonight. He's drilled 101 threes. That might never be done again in the history of this program. Chavez hits the first and the second, 11-9 Colby. And it all started with a conversation with a coach at Iowa Western that had offered him a scholarship, and they basically pulled the scholarship back. Chavez ends up at Garden City, and Iowa Western is 2 games over 500. Not that Garden City's had a great year. Nice pass inside.
Where would they have been if they didn't have signed him?
Yeah, no question. McFarland on a layup for Colby. 13-9
You know, and that's
Trojans.
junior college, Mike. Like, if I could go into the story of how we landed all the players that we did, I mean, it's remarkable, right? I've often said, and I don't mean it as false humility in any way, Shaquana Collins, I think, is definitely on the top 5 players we've ever had here on the women's side. She recruited us. I got an email from her like in May. She was the first kid we signed when I became the head coach, and it was so easy.
Damian Miller missing a straight-on 3 for Colby off the Brockbuster turnover. Garden has it down 4.
And so, you know, I don't mean it as false humility when I say so much of recruiting at this level is luck.
Chavez straight on 3, wide to the right. Damian Miller, the Colby rebound. Chavez, by the way, not to get off your point, Chavez struggled in the first half. He and Frazier were 3 of 17 combined in the first half against Dodge. And then Chavez just basically said in the second half, everybody get the hell out of the way. And he scored 34 points.
I was at a clinic once with Jim Calhoun, and it was the year that Syracuse had won the national championship. And Jim Boeheim had spoken right before Jim Calhoun. And
Javion May had a layup for Colby, 15-9 Trojans.
he said the exact same thing you did. He said Syracuse had a hell of an offense. They gave the ball to Carmelo, and everybody got the hell out of the way.
That's, what was that, 2001?
It's been a while, right? Like, it feels like it wasn't that long ago.
Javion May picks up the foul for Colby. Meantime, the Brockbusters were up early by 4. They're now down by 6. Colby in the midst of a 9-2 run.
We haven't gotten a stop in a while, and I think that, again, that zone, Colby sort of figured it out. Interesting to see what Garden's plan is going to be because, you know, you got to anticipate. Garden knew that the zone was a good place to start. Surely they didn't think they could do it the whole game because I'm sure Colby has seen it. Just the chess match continues.
Frazier missing a hook inside. Rebound McFarland for Colby. Trojans have hit on 5 of their last 7 from the field. They're up by 6. Sharp pitches for Miller. Left corner 3, way off the mark. May saves it for Colby, but right to Derek Bryant for Garden City. Leads for Chavez. Left wing 3, that's in and out. And McFarland gobbles up his 3rd rebound. Chavez is 1 for 4 to start this game.
I was going to say that doesn't bode well for Garden City because those shots are the kind of shots that he's going to have to make in order to keep this thing close enough for Garden to keep their spirits up, keep playing hard, keep feeling good about themselves.
Colby with it up 15-9. Again, they're in the midst of a 9-2 run. DeMarcus Sharp, one-hand push past Miller. Left corner 3, one of their best three-point shooters. No, McFarland, the offensive rebound. Shovels for Harvey, who puts it in. And what a start for Harvey. He's got 9 points in 3 minutes off the bench. 17-9 Colby. It's an 11-2 run. They've scored 6 straight with 12 minutes to go. Backdoor Osborne from Frazier. Pocket pass, top of the key. And Osborne cutting along the right baseline for a two-handed layup. 17-11. Colby by 6 with 11:46 to go.
Garden City cuts backdoor so well, and their sets where they do it is really inspiring.
They just don't run it enough. That's part of the
It's
problem.
tough to beat somebody backdoor all the time, you know.
Here's McFarland with a couple of head fakes. Left mid-post, throws it up off the right side of the glass, out of bounds, over to Garden City.
And again, against a well-coached team, as Colby seems to be, I'd be shocked if it keeps happening.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Tell them to adjust.
Rusty Graffel left. I mean, this program could have went in the tank, kind of like the women's program did for such a long time. And they go out and get Rusty Elmore, and they're 24-4. Frazier's got it, same play. Backdoor Osborne one-hands it, finds Bryant. Left slot for Spencer, off-balance fall away. Baker, no. Spencer's 2 for 4, and McFarland has 5 rebounds here in the first half for Colby. They've got it. Sharp walks into a straight-on 3. That's off the mark. And Frazier uses that big behind to box out. Javion May was like an eclipse. There's Osborne nailing the left corner 3 in transition for Garden. Patrick Nee calls a timeout, and the Brockbusters pull to within 3, 17-14.
Pick and choose where you're going to run, and that was a great opportunity. What a play made by Derek Bryant, though. Like, faked one way, went the other. And those are the shots we're going to have to make, right? Those are the shots we're going to have to make in order to keep this thing close.
Osborne has scored the last 5 for Garden. Timeout, Brockbusters. They're down 17-14 with 11 to go first half on 99.9 The Rock. Alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilosoff, 10.5 to go first half. Brockbusters down 3, 17-14. Colby Ball with 3 to shoot. Left wing May against Chavez. Double clutch, 10-footer off the heel. Good defense by Chavez. And
So,
Mason Osborne, the weak side rebound
Garden
for
comes
Garden.
out of the timeout. They get out of the 2-3. They go to a 1-3-1, and it generates a stop.
Now can they get something on this end?
They need to get something on this end.
Frazier hands for Chavez. Down the lane, kicks it left corner for Osborne, and Chavez might have twisted his ankle as he falls down in the right slot, fell awkwardly. You lose that guy, you lose 99.5% of your offense right now. And that's how good he's been. And that's not underselling it. Guy scored 42 points against Dodge. And down in the last 6 minutes of that game as Colby comes back following the 5th Brockbuster turnover, only 2 guys other than Chavez scored. That was Kyler Lamb on a layup and Mikey Frazier at a 3 at the top of the key. Colby has it. Low post left, Harvey. Redirects left wing Sharp into a triple team. Harvey did the old James Worthy. Oh, remember the play in the 1983 National Championship game where Georgetown turned it over? Wasn't it James Worthy that had the steal? The guy threw it to nobody, and James Worthy was there. I don't know if you recall that. Turnover, Colby, their first.
I know the reference. I don't know that anyone else in our audience does.
No, again, I've confused a lot of millennials tonight. 9:53 to go first half. Timeout on the floor.
2 stops in a row with that 1-3-1. So again, with another timeout, interesting to see if Coach Nee changes it again. Try to keep Colby off balance, doing everything he can.
And see what Colby adjusts to. 17-14, Garden City down by 3. It's their ball when we come back on 99.9 The Rock. On sophomore night, Brockbusters trying to snap Colby's 9-game winning streak. 17-14, Brockbusters down 3 with the ball against the 2-2-1. And they get it across the 10-second line. Chavez, Bryant, Samuels, Frazier, and Osborne. Top of the key, Frazier. Wraparound pass, right wing, Chavez. Colby switching on the screen. Now left wing, it's Osborne with 10 to shoot. Comes right against Eddie Davis. Holds it by his hip, drops a bounce pass, top of the key, Frazier goes left. Jump pass for Samuels, in the paint, and lays it in with the right hand.
What a great offensive possession for Garden City. How many people touched the ball? I think all 5 guys. We got a post entry into Mike. Mike resisted the temptation to jack one up, got it inside.
And then Frazier on the other end blocks McFarland. Rebound tip to Bryant for Garden, ahead for Samuels, who throws it down with 2 hands. Defense on one end, leading to a run out on the other.
Opportunistic fast break, and again, Garden City still in the 1-3-1. Colby has not demonstrated that they've figured it out yet.
8:52 to go in the half. Garden City on a 9-0 run, back to take the lead, 18-17. Samuels, meantime, has the last 4, a layup and a dunk. And your point, the 1-3-1, Colby has gone silent during this run. They have not scored in 3.5 minutes.
Coach Nee has mentioned in the last couple of post-game shows that he thought he could go something that they are getting better at, that he could use a little more often.
Colby down 1. They've got it right to left. 1-3-1 Garden zone. Davis left end line. Took an extra step. Kick it right corner. Sharp 3. Book it. And that ends the drought. 20-18 Colby. 8:37 to go here in the first half. Trojans' first 3-point hit after missing their first 6. We've had now 5 lead changes here in the first half. Osborne straight away for Bryant for Garden. Hop, skip, and a jump going left. Chest pass on the right shoulder of Samuels left wing. Fires back for Chavez. Entry feed for Frazier. Got the step inside around Dominic Harvey, and Frazier puts it home.
Garden City is showing just tremendous patience the last 2 offensive possessions, really grinding it out, moving bodies, making Colby guard for the duration of the shot clock. And again, those are mistakes when you're playing against a really good team, that you take quick shots, you don't really grind out your offense, and you consequently play into their hands.
Tied at 20, but Colby answers with a 3 by Fancini at the top of the key. 23-20 Colby, 7:44 on the clock here in the first half. Blockbusters coming back from left to right. They've trailed by as many as 6. They led early 4-0. Frazier, bullet pass, right wing to the right block, looking for a cutting Samuels, and they throw it away. So Colby has it back with Harvey and Sharp, Fancini, Davis, and Javion May. Garden City counters with Woods, Osborne, Spencer, Bryant, and Talik Chavez. Chavez is yet to get going. He's got 4 points, 1 of 4. He was just named the Jayhawk Conference Player of the Week. Averaged 30 points per game last week in 3 games. Sharp flips, right block to left wing Fancini. Head fake and drive. Up top finds Davis. Double clutch 3, wide to the left. Rebound Mason Osborne, 2 hands over the shoulder for Garden City. Brockbusters plus 6 on the glass.
Went man there, so now that's the 3rd defense we've seen. Trying to do everything they can to keep Colby off balance.
Woods has it high post left side against Harvey. Drops it for Spencer. Foul line jumper. That soft touch has returned for Traylon Spencer. He puts it in. Colby 23, Garden City 22. 6:51 on the clock here in the first half. Colby ball from right to left. Left corner May spinning on Osborne and took an extra step. Good half-court defense from Garden City. They've gone from 2-3 to 1-3-1 to man back to zone, and it's worked.
Yeah, and that's clearly the strategy here tonight, and that is to try and do everything they can to just keep Colby from finding their flow. Colby was very deliberate on offense, very patient on offense, and so this is just Garden's ability to try and keep them confused and generate stops, and so far it's working.
There's a lob pass Bryant to Spencer for Garden, right block. Banging inside. Lefty hook, and he puts it in over McFarland. What a start for Spencer. He's got 8 points, and Garden City has the lead again, 24-23.
The Busters have had a lot of success getting the ball into the high post and then using that to either make the shot or go high-low action. And again, so far Colby really hasn't tried to deny it or change anything about how they're guarding because of it.
6 lead changes in the first half. Meantime, a Garden City foul called on Deshaun Woods, one of the 4 sophomores honored before tonight's game. His first, Garden City's third team foul. Colby shooting 45%. They're down 24-23. Coming up on 6 minutes to play first half. Trojans have won 9 in a row. They're ranked 16th in the country. Fancini one-handed at the top. Shovels McFarland. Mid-range jumper is good from the right baseline. He's got 4, and Colby jumps back on top, 25-24. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Blockbuster ball through the hands of Spencer. Right back for Chavez into the hands of Spencer. Misses a driving layup, wing to baseline left. Rebound Sharp, his first for Colby. They've got it up by 1, 5:44 to go in the half. Blockbuster's back in a man-to-man. Chavez watches Sharp. McFarland right arc, deep 2, line drive, pinballs out. He's 2 of 6. Deshaun Woods skies for his third rebound. Garden City is +6 on the glass, but they're down 1 with 5.5 to go. 25-24. Blockbuster ball, Spencer spinning on McFarland, rejected from behind by McFarland, who was beaten. If that pass was more over the shoulder by Chavez, that's a slam. It was an errant pass, which allowed McFarland to recover. Garden City keeps it.
Heck of a defensive play by him. Again, couldn't tell whether or not he fouled Spencer. But again, I like Garden City just continuing to go with what's scoring, what's working.
Inbounds to Chavez left corner, wheels and deals back to the left wing. They've been all over him. Kyler Lamb is in now with Chavez, Osborne, Spencer, and Woods, 8 to shoot. Quarter court left, Chavez wants a screen. Comes back right to the top of the key, to the elbow. Chest pass, Spencer, up top 3. He's got it at the shot clock buzzer. And Braylon Spencer with 11 points. He's 5 of 9, and Garden City's up 27-25.
Again, another good offensive possession, just playing with patience and deliberate. And
that was
very deliberate.
The assist to Chavez. Garden City's been moving the ball. They're up by 2. There's a steal by Osborne for Garden, going at Harvey, rejected and fouled. That's the third Colby turnover. Free throws for Mason Osborne. Garden City with 8 assists here to start this game. 3 of those belong to Talik Chavez, and Colby wants a timeout. 4:41 to go here in the opening half. Garden City at the free throw line when we come back. It's 27-25 Blockbusters on 99.9 The Rock. Alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilosoff here at Conestoga Arena. 16 fouls on Colby, and Osborne to the free throw line. He misses the first for Garden. 27-25 Blockbusters, less than 5 to go in the first half. Osborne this year a 67% free throw shooter, and he misses both. Left the second one short, and McFarland rips down his 6th rebound for Colby.
So it'll be interesting to see what Garden does defensively here. Looks like they're going man, so they did not change.
Chavez watching Sharp at the top of the key, goes right. Creating some space, off-balance floater, no. Volleyball, the offensive rebound, and McFarland. And a loose ball foul against Mikey Frazier. That's his second.
Cheap call.
Marcus Sharp, the point guard, and I mentioned he's probably the best point guard. Well, he's the best point guard in the league. And then you talk about maybe top 2 or 3 in the country. This is a guy who transferred from Moberly area. Eddie Davis on the inbounds pass lays it in for Colby to tie the game at 27. And that was, again, they couldn't clear the rebound, and it leads to 2 points. Third tie of the first half. We've had 8 lead changes. Osborne turns it over left wing, 7th Garden City giveaway. Colby forces 18 turnovers per game. 27 all with 4 minutes to go first half. Fancini gets a screen from McFarland, who rolls to the flank. Davis has a chest pass, fakes a chest pass, now hands it off for Sharp. They fire left corner for May. Woods is on him. Timer at 10 as they reset. On the left sideline with Fancini going right. They want the pick and roll. They've got it. McFarland banging inside, wave off the basket. But McFarland fouled. That's on Deshaun Woods, second on Woods.
Mikey jumped out really hard on that pick and roll, and you wonder, it did look like there was some rotation behind him, but still we're going to have to clear up how exactly we're wanting to play pick and roll.
Davis has it for Colby. The shot clock resets to 20. A Trojan team that's won 9 in a row, ranked 16th in the polls, and leading the Jayhawk West. Kick it left corner. May a 3. Got it. Over Osborne. Colby has scored 5 straight. 9th lead change. 30-27 Trojans. 3:16 to go first half. Colby 3 of 10 from downtown. Garden City ball left to right. Kyler Lamb with the knee brace over the right knee. Frazier at the top of the key against McFarland. Colby in a man-to-man. They've got Chavez in a straitjacket. He's got it right hash. Between his legs, chest pass for Woods up top. Now for Osborne left wing. Passes up the open 3. Drive and dish for Lamb. 2 to shoot. He drives. He kicks for Woods, and the shot goes in from the left elbow, but a shot clock violation.
But again, a good offensive possession there. You'd like to see it obviously end with a basket, but moving the ball, being patient, being deliberate, that appears to be our formula.
2:51 to go first half. Colby has it off the 8th Garden turnover, leading 30-27. Trojans have scored the last 5 points. May bounce pass kicked by Osborne, left corner to left end line. And Colby keeps the ball. So if you're tuning in, we've had 9 lead changes, 3 ties in the first half. Garden went up early 4-0. And then Colby came back at 5 of their next 7 shots. Built an early 4-point lead. Then they were up by 6 thanks to an 11-2 run. Actually, they were up by 8, 17-9 with 12 minutes to go in the half. That was their largest lead. Rockbusters came back, took the lead. Again, 9 lead changes, but Colby's up 3, and then May on a blow-by goes right by, check that, DeMarcus Sharp, right by Deshaun Woods. And Sharp's got 7. Colby's lead is now 5, and it's a 7-0 run. 2:19 remaining in the first half. Garden City has it from left to right. Kyler Lamb surveys on the left wing. Colby in a man-to-man. And again, Talik Chavez has been quiet. Just 4 points, 4 shot attempts. Frazier right flank, spinning, right block, and he puts in a right-hand hook over McFarland. And a timeout called by Garden City. 4 points for Frazier. It stops that 7-0 run. 32-29 Colby. Timeout Patrick Nee in Garden City on 99.9 The Rock. Alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Filosof, Colby 32, Garden City 29. A little under 2 minutes to go first half. Colby's been up by as many as 8, down by as many as 4. Fancini knocks down a 3 and the foul. And that's on Deshaun Woods from the left wing, and a chance at a 4-point play. And Colby is up by 6. That was off a set play on the inbounds.
Really good action there. They knew what they wanted. They wanted to get Franchini a shot at 3. He did.
And now what are they calling?
No foul, I guess.
No foul.
Well, that's good for us.
That's a break for Garden City. 3-pointer does count. 35-29. 10-2 Colby run, 1:47 to go here in the first half. And Garden City is down by 6. They've got the ball left to right. Chavez right wing goes left, picked up on a switch by Sharp. Spencer has it high on the left. One dribble, backdoor cut, Woods. A lot of contact, finishes and one. Flying in along the left lane line. And a chance at a 3-point play. Deshaun Woods, his first field goal and the Colby lead is trimmed to 4.
Garden City doing everything that you should do when you got a team that's hard denying out on the perimeter. Eventually, again, that backdoor action should be able to alleviate some of that pressure.
Missed free throw by Deshaun Woods. Kyler Lamb's tap back no good. And then the defensive rebound, Eddie Davis for Colby. 35-31, Garden City trails. Colby has it right to left. 1:20 left here in the first half. Sharp, Josh Edwards in for the first time. Sharp around a McFarland pick. Hesitation against Spencer. Looking for an outlet. He's got Fancini left wing. Left-hand waist-high dribble. They show out high on that screen. Left end line, it's Sharp. Jump pass, wing right, Edwards. 3 to shoot. And a foul that bails them out. That's the last foul Garden City has to give here in the first half.
It's such a shame because they had such a really good defensive possession. Again, they've been they're comfortable. They're playing man-to-man. We haven't seen them mix it up in a while.
It's a foul on Samuels, his first, team 6. Fancini throws it in for Colby. Edwards straight away against Samuels. Drive and kick, Fancini. Right corner 3 off the left rim. And rebound Traylon Spencer. Over the back goes Matt McFarland. And a Colby foul. Spencer's been active, 11 points, 4 rebounds. Before tonight, he got the start, mainly because of sophomore night, but he's been coming off the bench. He did not play at all in the second half against Dodge City, and Patrick Nee basically said, look, at some point you got to put your guy on the bench, let him figure it out, and Spencer looks like tonight so far has figured it out.
So far, yeah, it's worked. I've been on the wrong side of those deals, though.
I mean, every coach
or
probably
you say,
has.
man, we probably should have just played him because maybe we would have won.
Foul on McFarland is first. Colby's 8th team foul. 1-1 for Spencer, who knocks down the first of 2 free throws. You know, for Colby, right now they are fighting, of course, for that. You want the top spot in the entire conference because you want that first round bye, which automatically gets you to United Wireless Arena. Cali right now is 25-3. Colby is 24-4. And Colby beat Cali earlier this year, so they hold the tiebreaker. Spencer hits 2 free throws, but they need a Cali loss against Butler tonight. Rockbusters back to within 2. Colby ball right to left. Sharp right wing around Chavez. Leans in and kisses it smoothly off the glass. He's got 9. 37-33 Colby.
I mean, if we're going to play man, then we got to make sure we have the secondary defender rotating. There's nobody there, and I'm not sure who is supposed to be there.
Spencer righty hook in the paint for Garden with his team down 4. Misses the hook shot, but then a foul on Colby. Is that on the shot or away from the ball?
I think it was on the rebound.
Steven Samuels was the one fighting for position. And
Steven Samuels hit the floor, and they called a foul, so I would imagine it was on the attempted box out.
Josh Edwards, the sophomore from London, England, picks up his 2nd foul. Colby's 9th team foul, so this.
Some Euro connections here on Colby. Right? You got a Frenchman and you've got
Englishman.
A Brit.
1-1 for Samuels, hits the front end.
It'll be interesting to see. So if he makes this free throw, or even if he doesn't, what defense Coach Nee goes with. Again, one more possession.
Because Colby can milk the clock now.
Well, they most certainly will.
Samuels misses the 2nd, 1 of 2.
I figured, and it sure sounds like he did change it up.
Eddie Davis, the rebound for Colby.
And 2-2-1 off a missed free throw. You don't see that very often.
Especially with 20 seconds left in the half. But Colby breaks it. There's literally about a 3/4 of a second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Sharp near the top of the key, goes left against Chavez. Underhand flip for Davis. 5 on the game clock. Runs into Samuels, lost the ball, and then Samuels going to be whistled for the foul. That's the definition of a bailout. Davis had lost
a couple of times for them.
He lost the control of the ball. That's the 2nd foul on Samuels. Did they say that was in the act of shooting? They did.
That's a 1-1, I believe.
And you're right. It was a 1-1. He missed the free throw. Spencer the rebound for Garden City. Final second. Chavez doesn't even get it off. Shot does not count from the left wing at 3, and the first half comes to an end with Colby leading by as many as 8. They're up 3, 37-34.
I don't think you can ask for a better half, though, from Garden City. They played with energy. I like what they're trying to do defensively, which is just make Colby think, keep them on their heels essentially the whole game. Offensively, we've seen inside. We're definitely going to need Talik Chavez, though, to get going offensively. Open things up some for Mikey and Traylon Spencer on the inside.
Take a break. Morton's halftime report is next on 99.9 The Rock.
Back on the Morton's halftime report, courtside here at Conestoga Arena, alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Philosoph. Blockbusters hanging with, at least for a half, the 16th ranked team in the country, the Colby Trojans, 37-34. Colby by 3. Let's get to your first half game recap. It's brought to you by Garden City Community College. The future starts now. Your first half highlights presented by American Implement. Garden City scored the first 4 points in this game, and then Dominique Harvey checked in, and, well, he went right to work.
Alley-oop, Fancini to Harvey, coming flying in left end line, and he flushes it home with 2 hands, and Colby has the lead.
There's one dunk. Harvey wasn't finished, rattling the rim again.
Looks like Fancini might be coming out of the game.
He looks quite annoyed.
Meantime, Chavez has his pocket picked by May, ahead for Harvey with a tomahawk jam off the third blockbuster turnover. Harvey's been in for 60 seconds and has 2 dunks, and it's 8-7 Colby.
Colby with a 1-point lead there. We went back and forth early in this game. Blockbusters, as Nick pointed out, we should have had the telestrator because there was some great ball movement on the offensive end, unselfish play for Garden City.
They've got it. Sharp walks into a straight-on 3. That's off the mark. And Frazier uses that big behind to box out. Javion May was like an eclipse. There's Osborne nailing the left corner 3 in transition for Garden. Patrick Nee calls a timeout, and the Blockbusters pull to within 3, 17-14.
This was after they fell down by 8 thanks to an 11-2 Colby run. Garden City answers with 9 straight points, and it's Steven Samuels giving them the lead.
And then Frazier on the other end blocks McFarland. Rebound tip to Bryant for Garden, ahead for Samuels, who throws it down with 2 hands. Defense on one end, leading to a run out on the other.
Opportunistic.
18-17, Blockbusters up by 1, a little under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Really the story in the first half, Traylon Spencer, who has struggled mightily the last 2 games. He showed up in a big-time way.
There's a lob past Bryant to Spencer for Garden, right block. Banging inside, lefty hook, and he puts it in over McFarland. What a start for Spencer. He's got 8 points, and Garden City has the lead again, 24-23.
Blockbusters up by 1, but every time they scored, Colby had the answer, although Spencer showing the inside game and showing the perimeter game as well.
Quarter court left, Chavez wants a screen. Comes back right to the top of the key, to the elbow. Chest pass Spencer, up top 3. He's got it at the shot clock buzzer.
Spencer nails a 3. Garden City's up 27-25. It was one of 9 lead changes in the first half. And then Colby came back with 7 straight points, built their lead back up to 5. Deshaun Woods with a smooth finish at the rim.
And Garden City is down by 6. They've got the ball left to right. Chavez right wing, goes left, picked up on a switch by Sharp. Spencer has it high on the left. 1 dribble, backdoor cut, Woods. A lot of contact, finishes and 1. Flying in along the left lane line. And a chance at a 3-point play. Deshaun Woods, his first field goal, and the Colby lead is trimmed to 4.
35-31. So after Colby uses a 10-2 run to open up a 6-point lead, Woods, though, missed the free throw. Garden City crawls back to within 2 after Spencer hits 2 free throws. Sharp answers on the other end. Samuel splits a pair for Garden City. And it's 37-34 at the intermission. Garden City again trailed by as many as 8. They led by as many as 4. 9 lead changes and 3 ties in the first 20 minutes. Take a break. Come back with your first half numbers on 99.9 The Rock.
Back at Conestoga Arena on sophomore night alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilosoff, 37-34. Colby with a 3-point lead. Let's get to your first half numbers. Brought to you by Burtis Motors. Garden City shot 57% in the first half. They were 13 of 23, 2 of 5 on 3, 6 of 11 at the foul line. They out-rebounded Colby 17-12, 4 offensive rebounds, and the 8 turnovers. Colby has only been out-rebounded all year 4 times, and the Brockbusters were +5 on the glass in the first half. If that's a good omen, we'll see. 9 assists on their first 13 made baskets for Garden City. They had 1 block and 1 steal. Traylon Spencer, 13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 of 10 shooting, 1 for 1 from 3. Steven Samuels, 6 points. Mason Osborne with 5. Malik Chavez, 4 points. He had 3 assists. 1 for 4, though, from the field. Mikey Frazier, 4 points, 3 rebounds. He was 2 of 3. Colby shot 52%, 16 of 31. They were 4 of 12 on threes. 1 of 2 at the line, -5 on the glass. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 turnovers. Trojans had 12 assists, 1 block, 2 steals. Marcus Sharp and Dominique Harvey combined for 18 points on 8 of 11 from the field. Each had 9, 7 for Javion May. Sharp, by the way, again, is one of the leading assist men of the country. He had 4 in the first half. He had 2 triple-doubles coming into tonight. He is 11th in the nation in steals, and he's first in the conference in assists. Dominique Harvey again with 9. Javion May with 7. Vancini had 6, including 2 threes. Matt McFarland with 4. Eddie Davis had 2. All right, so what does Garden City need to do now in the second half?
More of the same, but, you know, again, it's going to be really interesting. You got 2 coaches, right? And we've already made mention of it. The guy at Colby has done a phenomenal job. This is not his first rodeo. I'm interested to see how Colby counters, you know, Garden City's changing of defenses over and over. How are they going to counter it, you know? Because I do think that it has bothered their flow offensively, and that's why. And, you know, for Garden City, can they just continue to maintain this? You know, I said they kind of just had to take it 1 possession at a time. They've done that.
Garden City starts the second half in possession right to left. Chavez an open look, right corner 3. No, Spencer, the offensive rebound on the weak side, left block, and lays it in. Garden City trails 37-36, 19:40 to go in the second half. This lineup on the floor, which started the game for Colby, is Davis goes into Frazier, misfires in the paint, grabs his own miss, couldn't put that in either. McFarland, 3rd chance, and banks it in. McFarland on the offensive glass. He's got 6 points and 8 rebounds, 39-36. Colby, to my point on the lineup, this lineup that's on the floor that started the game is 18-2 this year combined. Which goes to show you, again, they've only lost 4 times, but this specific lineup, starting for the 21st time tonight, 18-2 between Sharp, Davis, Vancini, McFarland, and May.
And that right there is why you're paid the big bucks, my friend. That is some, you know,
big time, right?
Spot on, big time research you've done there.
Left wing Spencer tied up with Davis for Garden City, going right to the foul line and held by Eddie Davis. Second on Davis, and the first team foul on Colby. 39-36 Colby. A minute gone by second half. Garden starts with Woods, Frazier, Spencer, Chavez, and Samuels. Woods to throw it in inline left.
If there was ever a time for Talik Chavez to have another 40-point half, here it is, right?
And there's Samuels gliding to the rim. And he lays it up and in. He's got 8 points.
Got to be happy. You're 2 for 2.
39-38, Colby by 1. 18:52 to go here in the second half. Garden back in that, looked like a 1-3-1.
2-3 zone again.
At the top, it's Sharp, open triple. Got it. There was nobody closing out on DeMarcus Sharp, and he made him pay. He's got 12.
I think, and I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like it was not your
typical 2-3.
Not your grandmother's 2-3 zone, right? I think that there was something, they were doing some sort of, I don't know, something.
Would cockamamie be the word?
Yeah, I don't know that it was cockamamie. I think it was just, there was a wrinkle to it, and apparently the Busters were as confused as we were.
Samuels throws it away for Garden, then Davis goes up for a layup attempt right baseline for Colby. Is swatted out of bounds by Frazier, who never left his feet.
all the positive things I think I did for the women's basketball program during my tenure, and I believe that the word cockamamie
Yes, I was going
will
to say.
probably be whatever legacy I have, whatever legacy I leave.
Inbounds to McFarland for Colby and a two-hand rim rattler from the left block. Colby 44, Garden City 38. 18:03 to go second half. Colby's led by as many as 8. They're up 6 now, 2 minutes into the final period. Can Chavez get going? He's 1 for 5. Frazier low post right. They pull the chair out from underneath him. Is it a foul or a travel? And Coach Elmore wanted a travel. I can't believe it. And I'm with him. I thought that was a travel. Foul on McFarland is second.
Did he call a technical foul? I think he teed somebody.
Somebody got teed up. Maybe McFarland.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I saw him signal that.
Well, this is how you get Talik Chavez going. Put him at the free throw line. Trying to figure out. The foul was on McFarland.
Well, they tried to pull the chair out, which clearly is something Colby was trying to do.
And I thought it worked.
They got the foul, but then they teed somebody, and I'm not entirely sure who. Oh, they're going to say he flopped.
Ah. So it's a Class B. So it's just one technical foul shot for Chavez. Foul was. So they didn't call a foul on McFarland. They just called him for a flop.
They called him for a flop, which is a
Technical
Class
foul.
B technical foul.
But it should still be, because he got called for a technical, so it should still be a personal, isn't it?
I don't think it is in that circumstance.
We're all confused. The referee is talking about it. But Chavez missed the free throw. And that's the type of night it's been for Talik Chavez.
We're gonna need more than that from him if we're gonna pull off this upset.
Well,
Again, and I'm a little worried because I felt like Garden City was okay, but it doesn't feel to me. Now, it's very subjective.
There's Chavez, open 3 left corner. That's off to the right. Fancini tracks it down in the far corner for Colby. And Chavez is 1 of 6. Colby with it. Davis splits a double. Dumps it underneath for Harvey. Intercepted by Frazier for Garden City. Rockbusters running. And then Frazier's pass to the right sideline from half court is errant, and Samuels goes tumbling into the second row.
Opportunistic fast break. That was not a good opportunistic fast break.
Not at all. And Rusty Elmore, who is not pleased with the officiating. I think they just gave him a warning or a technical. I think it's a warning.
I think he's been warned.
How many times were you warned? There were never any warnings.
No, there were warnings. But to my, what does that mean?
It's
You've
nothing.
been warned.
Like,
That's
come
the
on.
stupidest thing.
It's like the double technical. Or the double foul.
Whistle. Coach, you've been warned. Well,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thanks a lot. Colby with it up 6, 17-20 remaining. McFarland spin move in the paint over Frazier, no. Spencer rips down the floorboard for Garden City. Can the Blockbusters get Talik Chavez going? He's 1 of 6, he's got it. Quarter court right, 44-38 Colby, and then Chavez just threw it away. Wood saves it right back to Talik. Alley-oop for Spencer, underneath, and he hits a lefty layup. That was the ugliest possession ever, and it results in 2.
It results in 2 points. Again, great hustle possession. Again, Garden City playing with a lot of energy, a lot of fire.
So the Blockbusters score. Fancini tries to answer, rattles out that 3 on the near side wing. Mikey Frazier the rebound for Garden City. 44-40, Garden City down by 4. 17 minutes to go, a little under 17 to go. Frazier misfires a straight-on 3. Fancini the Colby rebound. So Colby's got it up by 4. Davis slips it back to him. McFarland hits a wraparound layup and 1. Cutting along the right end line, going right to left, and a chance at a 3-point play. McFarland has 10. He and Sharp have 22 points on a combined 10 of 18 shooting. Foul on Spencer, that's his first. McFarland to the free throw line. He's 5 for 10 from the floor. Freshman from Philadelphia, 21st in the nation in blocks. He averages 2 blocks per game. He's a 70% free throw shooter, and he drops that one in, 47-40 Colby.
That's one of the best metrics to tell how good a big is going to be, is actually blocks per minute. 2 blocks a game, I mean, it's pretty significant. It's a pretty high number.
He's had 5 blocks a couple of times this year. Colby up by 7, 47-40, nearly 4 minutes gone second half. Brockbusters with it. Spencer drop step into the paint. Shovels for Woods. Block to block. Misfires low left. Offensive rebound Samuels. And he can't put it in either. And Eddie Davis secures a two-handed chest high rebound for Colby.
Really needed that possession to go down.
Garden City
Again,
shot.
just very subjective, but it just feels like we're not as in control as we once were.
Garden back in a 2-3 zone. Fancini open triple from the right hash mark. Bottom. Fancini's third three, the largest lead of the night for Colby. It's an 11-2 Colby run. They're up 50-40.
Colby doesn't shoot the three well, but apparently
everybody shoots the three well.
Francini does.
Garden City is the worst team in the league at guarding the three. They are dead last at opponents' three-point percentage. Spencer with an up fake, righty hook, right block is off the mark. Eddie Davis, his seventh rebound already for Colby. Hasn't done much offensively, just 2 points, but his team's up 10 with the ball. Fancini ahead of the 2-3. Pass deflected, saved by Davis. Straight away Sharp, eluding Samuels for three. Book it. Sharp's hit 3 threes. Fancini's knocked down 3, and it's a 13-point lead and a 14-2 Colby run. Everybody hitting threes for Colby now. They're up by 13. Chavez in the backcourt is fouled. And this is basically what happened the first time. Brockbusters had an early lead. Colby took that away from them, and then the Brockbusters totally fell apart.
Well, and we'll see what happens here, but again, you just got the impression Coach Nee and his staff were doing some things to keep it close, to keep Colby off balance. You know, and truth be known, Garden City would be fine. The problem in the second half is we haven't hit shots around the rim.
Colby's opened by hitting 6 of their first 9. Chavez ducking inside for a layup in from the left wing, has it swatted out of bounds. I believe that was Davis that blocked the shot, and it goes back over to Colby.
Got to get a defensive stop here, or else you're going to get in danger of getting blown out.
Chavez has scored in double figures in 25 of 28 games this year. He's got 4 points right now on 1 of 7 shooting, and then a foul on Garden City with them down 13, 53-40, 14 and a half to go. And then Chavez is frustrated right now. He just picked up his first. The good thing about Talik is this. When you're a shooter, and you see it in the NBA all the time, shooters shoot. So if you can be 2 for 15 with 5 turnovers, all it takes is 1 to go down. The problem is you're not playing Northwest Tech. You're playing the best team in the league. Colby's got it, up by 13. Fancini nails a 3 from the left corner. And he was hit. No call, his 4th from downtown. And for Fancini, his 8th time this year, hitting 4 or more threes in a game. Colby has scored 12 straight. They're up 56-40. It's a 17-2 run. Bryant turns it over. McFarland the steal for Colby. In from the right and lays it in. 11th Brockbuster turnover. They have fallen apart. 58-40. 14 minutes to go.
So much time. Just need quality possessions. Can't afford to.
And Frazier lost it.
Got it
back.
though.
Foul line jumper for Frazier and puts it in.
Big play.
And Garden City calls for time after falling down by 18. That ends a 14-0 Colby run. 13:47 remaining here in the second half. 58-42 Colby on 99.9 The Rock. $13:47 to go, second half, alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilasov. Garden City down 16, just like that. They've been outscored 21-8 here in the second half. Colby ball left to right. Fancini's been on fire. Drives to the slot. Beautiful pocket pass. McFarland rejected by Spencer, but there's Eddie Davis to lay it up and in on the deflection.
And it's just so remarkable in sports when things aren't going well. Even the, just unlucky breaks, right? They make a tremendous defensive play. And then the ball just lands in the hand of a Colby guy on the block.
Their 6th offensive rebound. And Eddie Davis puts it home, so Garden City down 18 again, 60-42. Foul called on Davis. That's his 3rd, Colby's 3rd team foul. Davis, the reigning freshman of the year. Last year had back-to-back 35-point games. Actually averaged more points last year than this year. Frazier rejected by McFarland, who leads the team in blocks. Knocks the ball to himself, and here comes Colby up 18. 13 minutes to go. Fancini off the bounce, going at Lamb, and he's fouled low right. And everything, the floodgates have opened here in the second half. Colby's shooting 54% for the game, and they are 9 of their first 15 shooting here in the second half.
Well, they've gotten Chini'd, right?
Yeah, they've gotten Fancini'd.
They've gotten Francini'd.
He goes to the line, the 6-foot sophomore from France. Knocks down the first
little guy
of
man,
2.
Tough.
Hey, 6 foot, and he plays a lot bigger than that. He's got a smooth stroke. These are the games where if you're a recruiter and you're looking at Talik Chavez, you would want to see him to bounce back. And let's see what he does now with the last 13 minutes.
Well, he's had tough starts before in the second half, and he always has showed the maturity to bounce back.
Cheney misses the second free throw. Kyler Lamb, the Garden City rebound.
But they needed him today in order to try and, again, I know that the coaching staff did an admirable job of keeping it close, but they needed some players to make some plays.
Kyler Lamb, right wing 3. That one dies on the back rim, and there's Fancini tracking it down for Colby. Trojans have a 19-point lead, 61-42. Coming up on 12.5 to play second half. They hedge on the screen. Chest pass now straight away between the 2 circles at Sharp. Watch there by Bryant. Hands it back for Fancini, who has 13 points. He's hit 4 threes for the 8th time this year. Shot clock at 10. Sharp has it poked away. Right sideline of the backcourt. Out of bounds, and Colby keeps it with 7 to shoot. Fancini has 7 points in the first 7 minutes of the second half, and he's got it. Cross the 10-second line, 5 to shoot. Johns to the right wing. Pull-up three-pointer. Wide right. Spencer one-hands the rebound for Garden City, and then throws it away. 12th turnover. Colby's got it. Jay on the right slot is called for a travel, and Colby gives it right back.
I mean, thank goodness for a minute there we thought Francini wasn't human, right?
Just unconscious.
She was unconscious.
Blockbusters have to find somebody offensively. That's been their problem in shooting here in the second half.
But think about it. How often have they gone inside? Early in the half they did, but honestly, the last 4 or 5 possessions, it's been a lot of outside shots and a lot of turnovers. They've gotten away. There's a post entry.
Garden City's missed 9 of their first 13 shots to begin the second half. Woods to Bryant. Cans a 3 right corner. Boy, did they need that. 61-45. 11:47 to go here in the second half. Colby has it. Up by 16. Sharp on the dribble drive. Right wing, wraparound layup. That is beautifully done. And a nice finish by Sharp, ducking underneath the basket. He's got 17. 11:31 to go second half. Sharp 17 points, 1 rebound, and 5 assists. He's the conference leader in dimes coming in. Lamb at the top, bounce pass wing right for Osborne. Garden City has it in their home whites. Chavez on the bench. He's just 1 of 7, their leading scorer. Shot clock at 5. Bryant goes right to the wing, now to the top of the key. Hesitation against Harvey. Slips it for Woods, who floats it in inside.
Beautiful offensive possession again. Again, Garden City's been very deliberate when they've had success tonight. They've worked the ball around. Lots of people have touched it.
Garden City down 16, but they can't get the stops on this end of the floor. Fancini blows by Kyler Lamb from the right wing and draws the foul.
Francini's guy, though, number 1, crashed into him really hard.
Javion
May almost took out Francini for us.
Francini to the free throw line. 85% free throw shooter. He's only missed 1 tonight, but that one's perfect. He's got 14 points. He's in double figures for the 18th time this year. He's 4th in the conference in free throw percentage. He transferred from Cuesta College in California. He played 30 games last year. He started 28, averaged 17 points per game. He had 12 20-point games.
What a find.
Unreal. And he's only 6 foot. That size doesn't mean much at the guard spot if you can shoot. Hits both free throws.
Not in modern basketball, I think that was it. Sometimes you can be a defensive liability, but I think he's held his own.
It's both free throws, 65-47 Colby. Less than 11 to go here in the second half. Garden ball right to left. Chavez right wing. He's just 1 of 7. Chest pass for Samuels. Colby in a man-to-man. Samuels goes at Harvey. Inside, partially blocked on the drive by McFarland, and cleared off to Colby. They come back on a 2-on-1. May spinning at Chavez. Offensive foul. That's on May, his second. Colby's third team foul. Garden City with the ball, down by 18. They've trailed by as many as 19. This second half, they have completely lost their composure as Fancini took it away from Woods. Colby's got it. Fancini to the rim, rejected twice. That should have been a goaltend. And Samuels has the defensive rebound for Garden City. Here's Chavez to the basket and lays it in. They missed the goaltend on that end easy.
Just a little one.
65-49. Garden City down 16.
Fouled them twice, too.
Hey, whatever works, right?
It's late. Everybody's ready to go home at this point.
By the way, Harvey's tip back, that one also should have been a goaltend. 16-point lead for Colby. Less than 10 to go. Colby's got it left to right. Shot clock at 10. Harvey right-hand hook from the left block. No, but a foul as it ticks off the front rim. And that's on Mason Osborne, his first. And that brings us to the under 10-minute timeout. 9:44 to go in this one. Colby used a 19-2 run.
They definitely flexed, didn't they?
They did flex. They built a 19-point lead. They're up by 16 now on 99.9 The Rock. Colby's won 22 consecutive games when leading at the half. They're up 3 at the break. They are now up by 16. They've been up by as many as 19. With Dominique Harvey at 2 slams in 60 seconds during one stretch in the first half. Heads to the free throw line, the freshman from Washington, D.C. A lot of people talked about his frame in high school being similar to Kevin Durant. And when you look how skinny Durant was when he came out of Texas with the Seattle Supersonics, there's an old reference. Millennials say, what the hell is he talking about? They had a team in Seattle? Yes, they did. Harvey hit the first and then missed the second free throw. But he looks very slender. Chavez the rebound for Garden. 66-49 Colby. 9:34 to go here in the second half. Chavez off a screen, knocks down a 3, falls down. He's asking where the foul is. And Chavez called for a flop. I'm not exactly sure I agree with that, but first 3 for Chavez. He had missed his first 5.
Well, this officiating crew is definitely trying to do their part with ending flops. I applaud Chavez, though. He really read a screen well. First of all, Garden City run some action for him, but he read that screen superbly and came off and played peekaboo, which is what you're supposed to do.
How about Fancini to Sharp, tic-tac-toe in the alley-oop to McFarland, and he throws it down left block. I mean, the ball movement by Colby has been ridiculously good.
Fancini can play, man.
9:09 left here in the second half. Blockbusters down 16. Samuels, though, answers on the other end for Garden City. 68-54 Colby. There's still a lot of time left. The problem for Garden is they can't get stops. Sharp at the top of the key, wing right Fancini. Chest pass, inline right Harvey, took an extra step, they didn't call it.
Fanchini one-handed at the top, fires a three, was hit, no call by Bryant. That's out of bounds over to Garden City. They are letting a lot of contact go in this second half. I don't know if they have dinner reservations or if they're trying to beat the snow.
A little inconsistent with what we're calling and what we're not. We're calling a lot of ticky-tack stuff on post entries around the rim, but when guys have attacked, they've really let a lot go. And like we said, it was only a possession or two ago. We missed probably 2 or 3 goaltends on one possession.
Garden City has it right to left, down 68-54. Bryant, beautiful move around Davis, swing to baseline right. He's got 5, shields him off with the opposite hand. That was textbook, and it's a 12-point Colby lead.
Little horn set there, and Derek Bryant goes straight to the rim.
Davis underneath, low right for Colby in his foul, with the Trojans up 68-56, and now Davis heading to the free throw line as Traylon Spencer fouled in his second. Garden City's 6th foul. So, again, first half, there were a bunch of lead changes, 9 of them in fact. Garden City was up 4-0. Colby then built an 8-point lead. Trojans were up 3 at the break as Davis misses the first of 2 free throws. It was a 19-2 second half run that opened the floodgates here in the second half. They were up by 19. Their lead is 12 now. 1 more for Davis, and he puts it in. 69-56 Colby by 13. 8:10 to go. Blockbuster ball right to left. Bryant, Frazier, Spencer, Woods, and Chavez. Chavez runs off a screen straight away to the right wing. Crossover, step back three-pointer. Off the heel. Frazier the offensive rebound. Reset for Garden. Bryant left wing of the inline. Chest pass for Spencer. Knocked away from behind by Harvey. And a foul on Dominique Harvey. His second. 15th foul on Colby. Garden City in the first half shot 57%. They have cooled off here in the second half. They are 10 of 21 from the floor since the break. A little under 50%. So they've not shot poorly at all. They've turned it over 13 times, and Colby's just played lights out. Left wing Bryant against Fanchini. Step back, bounce pass, low left Spencer. Drop step with the left hand against Harvey, and Harvey picks up another foul. And 2 free throws for Traylon Spencer.
I sure like the idea, though. You know, Garden City was going to jam it in there no matter what. And they got the look they wanted finally. They were patient. They got it in there, and now they're going to the line. But, you know, in the first half, we got to the line. We didn't make free throws, so it's pretty critical that we do.
You know, Garden City all year has kind of, they've teased you, right? They show you glimpses of a team that moves the ball, plays unselfishly. They actually had one possession. They had a shot clock violation because they had too many passes. And then you see the other version of Garden City, which is one-on-one, no ball movement, and the other team just runs away. Now, I don't think you've seen a lot of that tonight. I think you've seen more Colby just being the better team. Spencer hits the first free throw.
But that's a characteristic of junior college basketball, because really the name of the game at this level is consistency. You know, the teams that are really, really good, Colby right here, right, they're pretty consistent. They don't, I mean, they have good moments, they have bad moments like any other team, but most of the moments in the middle are consistently good.
Fanchini head fake after Spencer hits 2 free throws for Garden. Misfires left slot, out of bounds off Derek Bryant. Another chance for Colby. This is a Colby team. It's very easy to see them make them, and not that it's going to be easy, but you can envision them playing in the national tournament and making a run because they play good defense. They don't shoot a lot of threes, but they shoot a high percentage from 2. Fanchini off the mark, right corner 3. Deshaun Woods with the Garden City rebound. 69-58, Blockbusters down 11 with the ball right to left, coming up on 7 to play in the second half. Chavez, corner right to corner left to Woods. Fakes left, goes right. Shovels for Frazier. Foul line jumper is perfect. He's got 8, and it's down to 9 just like that, 69-60.
Showing a lot of poise, showing a lot of maturity here by continuing to battle possession by possession. Colby has cooled off some.
There's still time left if he gets stops on this end. Colby was once up 19, but their lead is down to 9. Sharp at the top for Colby, going right against Chavez, who has struggled, just 3 of 10. Fanchini off the bounce, buries an 18-footer straight away over Bryant.
That is an amazing shot.
71-60 Colby, 6:28 to go. He's been unstoppable. Frazier to the rim, misses the layup. And the loose ball to Sharp. Here comes Colby, left to right, up 11. Sharp from the left end line somehow squeezed it between two defenders to McFarland, who's fouled right block.
It was a heck of a pass. You know, Garden City really needed that shot to go.
I want to go back to that last sequence. You need to stop. You got it back to within 9. And Fancini, who's been tremendous, has 11 points here in the second half, just hits a step-back jumper right in the eyeball of Derek Bryant.
One of my coaching mentors that I used to watch when I was trying to make my way and come up used to say, you know, at the end of the day, this game is simple. It's about players making plays. And that was a great example of that, right? Garden City was yanking and pulling and doing everything within their power to get the momentum back. And then what happens? You have a player who makes a play, and now all of a sudden we go from being down 9 with the momentum swinging, and because Franchini hits that shot, now it feels like it's kind of a blowout again, and we have to kind of work our way back up the mountain in order to feel like we're have a chance to win again.
2 free throws good by Sharp, 73-60. Garden City down 13. Chavez on the take, in from the right wing, and he's fouled, much to the dismay of Rusty Elmore. You know what's incredible about Chavez the other day against Dodge City is he's now heading to the free throw line for just the 4th and 5th times tonight. He shot 19 free throws. That was a school record, most free throws ever attempted in the history of the Garden City program by one player in a game. And he also broke the school record by hitting 17. He was efficient there. And it was a game where, as the first free throw here is good, knocked down 5 threes. 10 times this year, he's hit 5 or more triples in a game. And he also had a double-double. He had 42 points and 10 rebounds. And a lot of people might forget, this is a guy who is 6'2". He's got a slender frame, and he's gotten so much better from where he was at the beginning of the year to now. Misses a free throw, the second one. Woods the offensive rebound. Another chance for Garden City. And they cash in down by 12, 73-61. With 5:50 to go. Chavez at the top of the key. Picked up on a switch by May. Chavez wheels it inside for Spencer. 2 to shoot. Turns, lefty hook, and puts it in. Strong move by Spencer. He's got 21. And it's back down to 10.
Beautiful move. Great patience and finish with the left hand, which you just don't see enough of anymore.
Left hand on the right block. 10-point Colby lead. They've got it left to right. 73-63. 5:20 remaining. Sharp on a pick from Harvey. Chest pass Miller. Right wing triple. Short. Osborne the rebound for Garden City. Do they have one final push in them? Chavez finds Osborne right wing. Back for Talik. He's in double figures with 10. It's been hard to get there tonight. And credit Colby's defense. Spencer low left. Inside and a two-handed flush. Fancini let him fly by. Spencer's got 23. And this is the closest Garden City has been since early in the second half. They scored 7 in a row. They're down 8.
Big time possession here. Garden City goes back to the 2-3 zone.
Fancini right wing with a head fake. 73-65 Colby. Left corner, Miller. Harvey, touch pass up top for Sharp. Out for Fancini again. In and out on a right wing 3. And Frazier the rebound for Garden City. Blockbusters once down 19 are back within 8. 4:25 to go second half. Colby's won 9 in a row. Frazier on the take. Misses a layup. Wing to baseline left. Harvey the rebound for Colby. That might have brought the house down. Left corner May. Head fake for Colby. Leading at 73-65 with 4:10 to go. Trojans scoreless the last 2.5 minutes. Blockbusters have rattled off 7 straight. May behind his back. Going at Osborne. Double clutch, and he's fouled in the paint.
Garden City really needed to score on that possession to just kind of get the crowd back interested. Just put a little more pressure on Colby to make another play.
A Colby team that's won 22 straight when leading at the half. Javion May, 57% free throw shooter to the line and puts it in. Colby is 10 of 14 at the free throw line. They shoot it at 68%. You know, it's crazy. Their women's team at one point this year was the #1 free throw shooting team in the country, Antoine Scales. They're like 5th now. The men, meantime.
I mean, you say that, and, you know, I don't mean it. I don't know if your tone is meant to be dismissive, but that really means something.
Oh, no,
right?
that's why I'm bringing it up.
You think about ways you can generate points. I mean, make your free throws. And when you do that, it's no surprise why you can win 17 18, 19, 20 games in a year.
Well, and as Garden City calls a timeout, I bring that up. It's a direct contrast with the men because they are the 4th worst free throw shooting team in the conference. But of course, Javion May at 57% buries 2. 4 minutes to go, second half. Garden ball when we come back, trailing 75-65 on 99.9 The Rock. Alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilasov from Conestoga Arena. Colby's been up by as many as 19. That dwindled to 8. It's a 10 now. Garden ball right to left. Brockbusters 2 timeouts remaining. Colby has 17 fouls. Backdoor, Frazier to Lamb. Rejected by guess who? Dominique Harvey, one of the leaders in the country in blocks, and he clears it off to Fancini. Colby's got it up 10. Bad pass though that time by Fancini. Intercepted in the paint by Osborne. Just the 6th Colby turnover. Chavez drives right corner. Wraparound layup and puts it in. Chavez on his magic carpet to the rim. And he's got 12 in the lead back down to 8 again. 75-67 Colby.
Garden City's back in that 1-3-1, which if you might remember in the first half really gave Colby a hard time.
Colby just called a timeout with 3:16 to go. Meantime, Chavez on the other end sparking a 9-2 Brockbuster run. Colby ball when we come back. 3:16 to go, second half. Colby 75, Garden City 67 on 99.9 The Rock. Colby, the 16th ranked team of the country, once up 19, their lead down to 8, alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilasov. Colby ball dressed in the road blue from left to right, Sharp to Davis. With McFarland, there's Fancini, right corner 3, he's been money all night. How do you lose that guy? There's an APB out for the defense for Garden City on that last possession.
Garden City was in the 1-3-1 zone, which seemed like the right call. Again, you knew when the timeout came, though, that certainly Coach Elmore was going to draw something specifically up. He ran a little push kick action on the right side, and that one Franchini made.
Colby up 11. Chavez slips it backdoor for Frazier. Gets inside between 2 defenders and misses a layup at the rim. He's 4 of 10. McFarland, the Colby rebound. He's got 15 points, 10 boards, his 5th double-double this season. Colby has it up 11, 78-67 with 2:25 to go. May absorbs a blow from Talik Chavez, missed the layup, but there's McFarland sweeping in down the middle, his 11th rebound and his 17th point as he puts it back up and in. 80-67 Colby with 2:12 remaining. Trojans with 8 offensive rebounds. Frazier inside, his team down 13. Lefty finish is good at the rim against McFarland. He's got 10. 80-69 Colby. 1:57 remaining here in the second half. Garden City had so many chances. Colby kind of left the door open. You mentioned the zone defense they went to after the timeout, and Fancini made them pay. Sharp around Osborne to the basket, down the left lane line, and banks it in. Colby 82, Garden City 69. 7-2 push by Colby with 1:37 to go. in the second half. And a disappointing night for the Blockbusters offensively down the stretch. Left wing Chavez dumps it, high post left side Woods. Turns around over Fancini and hits. Sean Woods with 6. Garden City calls one of their 2 remaining timeouts with 1:23 on the clock. Garden City down 82-71 on 99.9 The Rock. .123 remaining second half, alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilosoff. 82-71, Blockbusters down by 11. It's Colby ball left to right against the 2-1-2. Full court press from Garden City, and Colby makes that look routine by breaking it, and May is fouled left wing, and Garden City's over the limit. Blockbusters 1 timeout, Colby with 4, team fouls Garden City 8, now 9. Colby with 7, possession arrow favors Colby, and Javion May back to the line with 9 points. Trojans about to rip off their 10th consecutive win, and they have a season's resume that's as impressive as anybody. They've beaten Northeastern, a 20-6 squad. New Mexico's 20-8. They beat Butler's 21-6. Cali is the best team in the league record-wise at 25-3. They beat Independence, who's 20-8. May hits the front end of the 1-1 for Colby. They beat Barton 21-7. Hutch, they blew out the other night. They're 20-8. And then Pratt 18-10, which is going to finish with a home region game. Pratt's been really good this year. May hits 2 free throws. So that's the resume for Colby. 84-71. Colby by 13 with 1:13 to go. Blockbuster ball. Chavez way off on a right slot fall away jumper. And Fancini, his 5th rebound for Colby. And it's just been that type of night for Talik Chavez. And you mentioned it, talk about it again. To beat a team of this caliber as sharp as foul for Colby, with his team up 13 in a minute to go. Chavez had to go off. He had to score. I'm not going to say he needed 40 points.
Well, he needed more than what he had.
Yes. Tonight, 12 points, 4 of 12.
You know, and the thing that's disappointing if you're a Garden City, you know, for us, is that they didn't play badly. You know, yes, you would have liked to have seen Talik Chavez score. You'd like to have seen Michael Frazier score more. I think they needed that. But, you know, Mike, I went into this game saying the numbers, for whatever the numbers mean, Colby was a plus 27. It looks like Garden City will lose this game by 13-10, which means they played 15 to 16 points better than what the norm was. That's phenomenal, right? That's phenomenal. But it just goes to show that the hole in which they started in was so tremendous. And I know not everyone that's listening understands, you know, but teams are who they are, right? You are what you have done. And some of these numbers that I throw out are the best way to quantify how good a team is and what you can expect from them on a given night. And so again, valiant effort. I know that Coach Nee doesn't care about it. Nobody cares, right? Nobody cares that they played close at the end of the day, but what they needed to do tonight was tremendously difficult, and they did okay.
Sharp misses 2 free throws for Colby, then Spencer hits 2 for Garden City. 84-73 Colby with 38 seconds. Now you start talking about Colby and how far this team could possibly go. They are still in line for the #1 seed, depending on what happens tonight and on Saturday with Cowley. If they get the 1 seed, they get a bye. There's a foul on Osborne near half court. Fancini's going to the line, and why not? He's got 20 points. He's been terrific tonight. 4th 20-point scoring game this year. Let's see if we can get a score on that Butler game, because if Cowley and Colby finish with identical records, right now Butler leads Cowley by 7 with 1:28 to go.
Which is good for Colby, yes?
Yes. So if they finish with identical records as Fancini hits the free throw, Colby, because they beat Cowley, would then earn the #1 seed and a first-round bye. Fancini hits 2 free throws. 86-73 Colby. That's why you take care of your business when you can. Chavez muscles his way down the lane for Garden City, and a foul with 19 seconds.
That's the only mistake Franchini has made tonight.
Yeah, committing a foul with 19 seconds to go. But as Rusty Elmore crosses his arms and Cowley is down by 7, his team's going to walk out of here in first place in the entire conference, and a chance to wrap up home court advantage for round 1, or actually say first round bye, which is home court in itself because you get to stay home.
Absolutely.
In round 1, and then they would already automatically punch their ticket to United Wireless as Chavez hits 2 free throws. 86-75 Colby. Shot clock is off with 16 seconds to go. Trojans came in here, the Blockbusters, as you pointed out, with all the analytical numbers, just a comparison on statistics on both sides. You can say they were plus 27. The Blockbusters were down 3 at the half. Colby opened this game with a 19-2 second half run, and in a blink of an eye, a single-digit lead ballooned to 19.
And again, that's just a testament to Colby, and that is, you say it.